Hello, you guys. Happy New Year. Happy 2023. Woo! Last year was a good year. I feel like overall, no complaints. My mom got to ring the bell. We got to travel, take some family vacations. Everybody, knock on wood, was healthy. It was a really great year, and I'm really hoping that 2023 is even better. I thought that we would kick off the year doing a fun little Ask Me Anything Q&A. It's been a while that I've done just a general one. I do these on Instagram from time to time, but even that I haven't done really on Instagram very much lately. So I thought this would be a good way to dive into 2023. I put up a question box on my Instagram, and I emailed them to myself since I can't do them on the phone. But we're going to go through them, and I'm hoping that I can stay consistent doing YouTube videos every Friday again. I know I've been slacking the last couple weeks, maybe month and a half. It's just been wild, as I'm sure it's been for you too, with just the kids' school programs and events and the holidays and family and all the things. So I'm excited. January is always my least favorite month because I feel like it goes so slow and it drags on so freaking long. Why can't December feel like January? I feel like December goes by so fast, and then January is like a turtle trying to get to the next month. But yeah, I feel like January, we don't have much on our calendar, so that's always a good thing. Let's jump into your questions. These are kind of all over the place, so I haven't organized them in any type of way, so I'm literally just going to pick and choose. There are some repeat questions too. Okay, favorite everyday perfume. I would say Baccarat 540 X Straight. That's the red bottle. And this one. But since I discovered the Dime Dans Le Bois, which is a dead-on dupe, don't let anybody try to convince you that there's other dupes out there. I've tried them all. There's a lot of dupes to the Eau de Parfum, which has different notes than this one. But the Dime has been my new everyday, and I've savored this for more special occasions. This is super expensive. I think this is my third bottle of this. But since discovering this one, this is the one I travel with. This is the one I wear day to day. And then I I wore this over the holidays and special occasions. But yes, that is my tried and true. And I really don't change up my perfumes all that often since finding that one. That never used to be the case, but now I've been very loyal to that one. Okay. Luxury shoe collection. It's not very large. I wouldn't be extensive enough to warrant a whole video. I have a pair of Jimmy Choos. I have Golden Goose sneakers. I don't really consider them luxury. A pair of Chanel espadrilles. That's about it. It's about my luxury shoe. I have a pair of Chanel sneakers, but I'm not that into luxury shoes, more into the handbags. So intermittent fast still, what hours, how many times a week do you exercise? So I can't speak for the last couple months because I completely fell off of working out, of intermittent fasting, my clean diet. I think it's normal with the holidays, and I don't put that kind of pressure on myself to stay the course. I like to indulge. My favorite part of being the holidays is eating and all the food and the cookies and the baking. So I really do give myself grace, and I'm not hard on myself because outside of that, I do tend to eat pretty clean. I exercise 3 times a week, max 4 times a week. I literally just got back this week. I haven't exercised since October. And we went on vacation, then I think somebody in my family was sick. Thanksgiving was here before I knew it, and then holidays, and I just always had excuses, and I just fell off. I lost the motivation to do it. But this past week I got back into it, and it's been really great. I feel like it makes such a difference for me mentally. I feel so much better. I have a better day. I'm a better mom. I feel more patient, and I'm really only exercising 30 minutes a day. I will link in the description box the exercises that I do. She's a good friend, great friend of mine in Canada. She's a personal trainer. Quick little plug. When COVID happened, pandemic, she was working at a gym, and she basically took to Zoom to continue training some of her clients, and then it just exploded, and now she just does this solely, has an app, has a website. does live classes multiple times a day, 7 days a week, maybe 6 days a week. And then she records every single one. So I do try to do most of the live 6 a.m. classes that I can do before the kids wake up. I find that if I don't exercise or get my workout in first thing in the morning, it doesn't happen, because once I shower and like get ready for the day, makeup and all that, I'm not trying to get sweaty later on in the day. And I also just feel like mentally it sets the bar for the rest of the day. Like it just makes me feel like I'm setting the right foot forward when I exercise in the morning. And then on the weekends, I do sleep in, and I'll do like maybe one of the days and do a recording. That in combination with the intermittent fasting, which I was doing before I slacked off, I usually do like my first meal is usually at noon, 12:30, and then I stop eating by 8:30. And that's worked out great for me. I definitely feel better waking up in the morning, better going to bed at night. I feel just like better overall when I do the intermittent fasting. Stony Clover ever have any sales on their classic jumbo fanny pack? So that of what I know with Stony Clover, I think they only do like one. I definitely know of one sale a year they do where it's like 20% off the whole website, which includes the fanny packs, maybe 2 times a year. Other than that, rarely do they have sales. Healthy recipes. So if you follow me on Instagram, I have 3 eats highlights. It just says eats. So like eats 1, 2, 3. And I feel like for the most part, most of the recipes and the things that we cook for dinner are healthy. Can find them there. Handbag collection, I just did an updated one. I will link it in the description box. Closet tour, I actually think I have a fairly recent video of that too, so I'll also link you to that in the description. What did you get for Christmas? It's coming. I'm gonna do like a whole video. It's just like one special thing. Favorite Cartier jewelry, what is a good first piece? Probably my Love bracelets. I just like how they look. I like them stacked, and I'd say that's a really good first piece. That or like the small Justin Clue, because I feel like it's more delicate and it looks really good stacked with whatever other bracelets that you're wearing. I have unboxings of my Skinny Love and the Justin Clue on my channel, and like a story time about the gold one, because this one I bought secondhand. Have you ever had a problem with in-laws or toxic family members, and how do you deal? I think every family has their own set of issues. It wouldn't be a family if it wasn't. Even within my own family, not my in-laws, like, you know, as you get older, you butt heads more with your parents and you don't always see eye to eye. And I think the way that we deal have always like, I've never had like specific issues with my in-laws. We've definitely had arguments, but I feel like the way that we deal is Dan and I are always like a very unified front when it comes to any issues that we have with them. And most importantly, when you're dealing with anybody in relationships, I feel like you just need to respect that other people might not agree or feel the same, and sometimes they might not even see your perspective and you might not see their perspective. And I think you just have to sometimes agree to disagree and respect that, you know, people are who they are. At the end of the day, family's all you have, and I think it's really important to just communicate, be direct, and be honest. And also, like, if you're dealing with the other side, like the in-law side, then you definitely need to make sure that you are supported by your husband, or vice versa, like that you both are a unified front. Always seem like you have life so together. Morning routine and tips for getting kids and myself ready on time. Okay, so I don't always have my shit together. Sometimes I feel like for the most part I do. I don't want to sit here. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that like I have my shit together every day, but I'm definitely not one of those social media accounts that just pretends to have her shit together. Like, I'm very what you see is what you get. If my shit isn't together, you're probably not going to see it on social media. And I think that's the difference between myself and some other accounts that I follow, people that I know in real life. Like, what you see is what you get. And if I'm having a bad day or a rough day or don't want to be in a good mood, like, I'm not coming on social media. I think my biggest tips is like, I'm very organized. I make a to-do list every night before I go to bed. It could be anything from what I have going on with work to a bill that I have to pay to an appointment for my kids or something I have to be at school or something, a phone call I literally put down anything, and I just use the little app on my phone, and I just like the little reminders app. So I go to bed kind of with a plan, and then I wake up knowing how to tackle the day. So I never feel like I'm always very organized. I always kind of know what's coming next. And I do keep a pretty strict morning routine. So like I get up, if I'm working out that day, I work out, then I shower before I'm even getting the kids up. If I'm not working out, then I will get myself showered and together before getting the kids up. And, then we do breakfast and the whole school thing. And when I come back, it's like work, pedal to the metal. I feel like that is how I kind of maintain. For me, like I'm very type A, so I need to stay organized. I need to be in a clean space, and my brain just functions better in a clean, organized space. I keep a clean space and organized space as much as I can with kids. Like when the kids all go off to school, I'm like tidying everything up because I work from home, so I can't work in a space that's crazy, which is why I do not thrive during Christmas vacation, because there's just people and things everywhere, and it's been so great having them back at school. So I don't always have it together. Some days I oversleep, or we get off to a rough start with kids' attitudes, tantrums, that's all normal stuff. But at the end of the day, I always make a to-do list. I always know what I'm waking up to. I try to keep my emails clean too, like that, just, with my job. I feel like I need to have like that kind of organization. I try to stay on top of things as much as I can. So that would be my tips. Just like have a plan and an organized space. You prep for Disney. Where do you get clothes yourself or for the kids? Well, we typically go in the summer where it's hot as balls. And so I'm always looking for, like, I know I'm always going to bring like bike shorts or a pair of cutoffs or like a onesie shorts, or like with any vacation. So I go into it knowing like I start there, and then I'll try to find, like, I go on Etsy. I don't go on Shop Disney, Old Navy, Target, Kohl's. All those places have like really cute Disney tees for the kids, for me. Etsy has some like really cool personalized custom shirts. So I always try to look there. And then sometimes I just do like color coordinating of Disney things. Like I'll just pick up stuff here and there, and then I'll center something all around it. But I always know like the shoes that I'm packing, because I need to be comfortable, and like what I'm wearing on the bottom, and the other stuff's easy. And then once I have my outfit together, then I figure out like what ears or hats. I'm pretty much going to wear hats every day because it's so hot. And then same with the kids. The kids is so easy because I like to match them. So usually I do Target or Old Navy, just in different sizes, but they usually are like great one-stop shops for just like easy. The kids are easy, like Addie's bike shorts and t-shirts. The boys are like, little gym shorts and t-shirts. Would you ever visit the UK? I never have. I would love to. My friends and I are actually in the process of talking about planning a trip over there in the future. So I'm really excited about that. I've always wanted to go to London and Paris. We actually had plans to go the year that I found out I was pregnant with Leo, which was not planned at that time. So that kind of threw a monkey wrench. Do you regret having your earlobes pierced 3 times? I've been thinking of piercing my 3rd. No, I don't always wear all 3 in my ears. And funny you should ask, I was literally just texting with my girlfriends. We're planning a trip February or March, and I literally texted them the other day and was like, let's all plan to go get an extra hole in our earlobes and do that fun little girl bonding thing together. So I don't know where the next one's gonna go, like maybe here, or I used to have this thing done. I don't think I would do it because I have this pierced, but I don't know, maybe like my cartilage, or I don't know. More to come on that. Cool thing with earrings is like you don't have to put an earring in once it's healed if you don't want to. Love Cozy Earth sheets, but what feather down comforter do you recommend for bed? I actually have a Cozy Earth comforter. It's the bamboo. It's the bamboo or the silk. It's lightweight. I love it so much. So my sheets and my comforter are both Cozy Earth. New bags on your wish list? No. It's not crazy. I feel like I've just been really into jewelry lately. Fine jewelry. I really want like a real diamond tennis necklace. I've been looking into getting another Cartier ring. What's up?
When are we gonna have some dinner?
When Papa gets home. I feel like I'd want to add a bracelet or like something else before I commit to a handbag, unless I can find a Chanel tweed handbag at a really great price. Those are kind of like, that is always on my wish list, but I just haven't found like the one at the right price. But other than that, no bags on my wish list. Do you like the LV Cousin bag? No, I feel like I'm probably the only person, and don't come at me. I'm sorry if you have it. Cool. I'm not judging you, but I don't find the fascination with that bag. I don't understand it. It's huge. I just don't know. Birkin thoughts. Not really for me. Again, if I'm going to spend that much, I'm buying a Rolex. I'm not going to go buy another handbag. I feel like it would be a different answer if I was in this workplace still, if I was, going out of the house every day and dressing business casual like I used to. But I'm a stay-at-home mom. The most exciting parts of my week are like soccer games, basketball games, like PTO meetings, stuff at school, the occasional date night. For me to get a Birkin and make that kind of investment, it would have to be really special. I'm into the 25 size. Like if I had to get one, the 25 is definitely the size I would get. And I would probably get like the caramel color. I would only, if I was to get one, it would be the like camel, not black, not any other color. A bag that I would just like wear and have and be classic. But again, if I'm going to spend that kind of money, I'm going to buy a watch that I can wear every day and enjoy. But I feel like a lot of times it's more of like a label or like a cool kids club that people just want to be a part of. And for me, I'm like, I don't need to be in that club. Like, I just need to really love that bag, love a bag that I'm going to spend any money on. And for me, I feel like I'd even buy like another Chanel before a Birkin. Is a dream unvisited family vacation destination. We would love to take the kids to Hawaii. When Dan and I went years ago, we were like, we have to bring the kids back here. When they get a little bit older, I feel like when they can really appreciate it, when they're better on a long flight, that would be my dream destination. Melasma treatment, is it worth it? Does it still just come back? Thank you. I think it is worth it. It's definitely coming back a little, but I don't think it's as dark. I have my lash treatment coming up next week, and I'm going to talk to him and just see if it's something I can just keep up maintenance wise, or like in the summer after my Disney trip, if I just need to like get off a dark layer. But I feel like if you don't have stubborn melasma like I do, or melasma that's been on your face for years, it would be a much better outcome. I just think mine has been there and it's like indented in my skin, but it has gotten a lot better, and it does completely go away post-treatment, but then slowly I'm noticing like it kind of like comes back. But I would still I'm going to continue to do the treatments because I definitely feel better in my skin with them. Will you get eyelash extensions again, and did they ruin your lashes? No and no. I had eyelash extensions for years and years and years. They've never ruined my lashes. They can ruin your lashes if you go to somebody that doesn't know what they're doing, if you go to somebody that's using like old expired glue, if you have like sensitivities. Sure, they can ruin your lashes. They didn't ruin mine. But since finding the Revitalash conditioner, or I shouldn't say finding, like using it, my lashes have never in my life been this long. Granted, they're not like as full as they would be with lash extensions, but I am so pleased and so impressed that I'm good with this. Plus, I love being able to like scrub my eyes or itch my eyes, and that's one thing that I hated about having lash extensions. Tips or tricks to getting pregnant quickly. Oof, pray. I don't know. Fortunately, we never had issues with that. I've had a lot of friends go through infertility, and it's really hard on marriages and on them as women. And, I don't think there really is tips or tricks. I think it's all in God's time, and when he wants it to happen, it'll happen. Pregnant and would love to know products you use the most or don't recommend. I have pregnancy routines on this channel. You can search them in the search bar. Why did you choose morganite and not a diamond? I want to upgrade my ring and curious. So told Dan, because it was my second marriage, I didn't want a diamond. I am so happy with my ring and the fact that it's like pink, like blushy pink, which I feel like is like me. And it looks really beautiful with rose gold, which I also don't think I told him I wanted rose gold. I don't remember. But I just told him I didn't want a diamond and he took over from there. But I love it. It's inexpensive. I get compliments literally every day and it has held up. I mean, it still looks as gorgeous as the day he gave it to me. So I would definitely recommend it if you're considering. Something you wish you could tell your teen and then late 20s self. Wear sunscreen. I wish my mom would have made me wear sunscreen. You are going to learn quickly as you get older who your true friends are and who you are and what you need out of relationships and what you can give to relationships. So don't focus so much on trying to be liked and being what everybody or what you think everybody wants you to be, and just be you. And the people that love you and support you will be there no matter what you go through, your ups and your downs. And I think at the end of the day, I would rather have like one friend, like one solid friend that has your back no matter what, than like 20 surface friends. And I am blessed and lucky enough to say that I have like multiple best friends, like girls, women that they would drop everything for me in a moment's notice, and I would do the same for them. I feel very blessed and I feel very lucky because I know there's a lot of people in life that don't even have one person, and I have several. And I think a big reason for that is because I put in just as much effort as I want from them in that relationship. Does that make sense? Like, if I'm going to give a lot of my time to something, then I expect that in return. And I feel like there's just an equal amount of effort in all of those relationships. And I think that's what's super important. And you'll find and you'll realize quickly as you get older that people will make things and people the priorities that they want. I'm very busy. I have 4 kids. We're all over the place, but I can always make time for my friends if they need anything. Like, I will always figure out a way, and I know that they will too. So I think that's something I would tell myself earlier, is to just like be you, be true to yourself, be a ride or die, and you will like reap the benefits of that in return. Only use one blush for the rest of your life. What would it be? Oh man, that is so hard. MAC Gingerly. Do you have any problems with any of your kids eating table food? My son is in feeding therapy and he's 2. Not young, like toddlers, but I feel like as they're getting older, they're getting harder becoming pickier eaters. Like Addie is my worst eater. Like, it keeps me up at night how horrible of an eater she is. It stresses me out. It's something I talk to her doctors about. I talk to other moms about. She was always such a good eater as a baby, and even as a toddler. I homemade all her baby food. She ate everything. And I should say like solids. And then as soon as she started like real people, like table food, is when she started to get really picky. And to this day, she is super picky. And it stresses me the fuck out pretty much every dinner time. She won't try a lot of things. She only likes like certain things from certain places. If we're eating out or at a restaurant, like she only likes certain brands of certain things. Like if we're at somebody's house and they're making, a different, she won't eat it. She needs to have like certain sauces on different things. And it's so stressful. It's something I talk to her dad about all the time. Like, it's definitely not like a concern by any means, but it's so frustrating as a mother to not just like have a child that just like eats, like normal eats. Like, Leo is my best eater. He will try everything. Even if he's going to spit it out, he'll always try it. Bentley, his palate is a lot wider. Like, he'll eat pretty much everything, even if he doesn't like it. he'll give me a hard time, but he'll eat. And Addie is just like, because she's 9 now too, it's not just like, no, I don't want that. It's like the attitude. She'll cry. It's like a whole thing. It's a whole thing. So yes, it's so stressful. It's one of the budget for personal / fashion shopping. No, I feel like my job is to shop, not really, but you know what I mean. So it makes it really hard, but I do have like a separate like business account for stuff like that, if that makes sense. Like with any other, I feel like any other job that has like an expense account, I kind of have that. More about the seasonal colors you had done and what your color palette looks like. I'll link you to the girl that did it. I think I paid $100 and it was really intensive. I sent her like basically selfies in a million different colors, or any of the ones that I could find in my closet anyway, and like barefaced, and she did this whole analysis and it came back very detailed. I am a warm autumn, so colors like rust and brown and camel and mustard and red, cobalts, like hunter greens, brown, no whites, certain beiges, they have to be like the right color of beige, no pinks. I think fall colors, which works out perfect because those are my favorite colors to wear. I do that with my makeup, gold jewelry. Fashion is so fun. You can really wear whatever you want, but I do think that there's something to be said about how color can change your whole face. Like it could brighten you, it could dull you, it could bring out your best features, not bring out your best features. And I would definitely recommend it. It was awesome. Like I said, $100. She sends you like literally a palette of colors. So I just screenshotted that and I have it in my phone saved. And then there's a whole write-up that she does telling you like, you know, try to avoid these colors. They make you look pale. And like, these are your good colors, these are your bad colors. The color jewelry, these are the best colors of makeup, blah, 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 blah. I loved it. So I'll link it below. This is not sponsored. I have a few friends that do the House of Color thing, but I specifically didn't want to do this with them because I kind of went into it like a little bit skeptical and a little bit like, really? And I didn't want to do it with my friends because I really wanted to have like a non-biased experience and opinion. And if it really turned out to not be something that I don't know, I just didn't want to blur the lines, you know what I mean? So I just found like somebody random online, and so she doesn't even know who I am or that I'm filming this or talking about her. But she was great, and I would definitely recommend it to you guys. I think it's actually a really good gift too for like a mom, a grandma, an aunt, like get somebody like their colors. I know like the House of Color, they do in-home, like in-person things where they like drape different colors and do pictures and stuff. Mine was like all done online. I just sent her a whole bunch of pictures. Like she starts out with like, send me selfies in these colors. And then she came back and she was like, do you have something that's like a brighter turquoise or a duller yellow? And then, so it was awesome and worth every penny. Okay, so I know I missed some. Can you film more day in the life vlogs? Love them. I can try. It's just so crazy every day, but I can definitely try to make that a goal for 2023. But I hope that this was helpful. I could do these again if you guys enjoy them. And if this is your first time like tuning in, hopefully it got to give you like a better idea of who I am. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next Friday. Hopefully with an unboxing. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I have some other videos up my sleeve and ideas though that I'm excited to share. So I'll see you then. Bye.